Hello, my quilty friends. It's Stacy of Stacy Creates Stuff, and today we are going to make the first component for the border of the Haven Quilt-Along. Now you may be wondering, why are we starting on the border? And that is because several of the components or units from the border are very simple, and they sort of get us warmed up and back into the quilting mode if you've taken a break from the hubbub of the holiday and you're just ready to relax and your mind isn't quite ready yet to face complex blocks. So we're starting super simple with a 9-patch. This is the Forest Lake colorway, and this is the Painted Desert colorway. I will be showing you the construction off of the Forest Lake, but the construction for the Painted Desert is exactly the same. You're just using different colored fabrics. And at the very end of the video, I do have a little series of slides, essentially, that show you exactly which colors and how they all go together. Now, we're not making just one kind of 9-patch. So these are for the corners of the border, but we also have edge piece 9-patches, and we have mini 9-patches. For the corners, you're going to be making 4 of each of those units. For the edge 9-patches, you will be making a total of 8 of each. And for the mini 9-patch, you are making 12. If this is the first that you are hearing about the Haven Quilt-Along, it is my 2026 Quilt-Along. The cutting guide is free off of my website, and I will put a link in the description below, as well as a QR code. Joining my Haven mailing list will get you a PDF each week that gives you the details for constructing that week's block or unit. If you don't want to join the list, that's fine. The instructions are on my blog, but you will have to go and look at each blog post. And of course, I have a video tutorial here on YouTube for each of them. The Haven mailing list is specific to just this project. You will have the opportunity when signing up for the Haven mailing list to join my other mailing list as well. But otherwise, if you only join the Haven mailing list, you only get emails about the Haven Quilt-Along. And if you like the colorways that I have chosen to do Haven in, well, you're in luck. My favorite quilt shop, Vintage Pink and Green, has kits available at both of their stores and also online. Check out this QR code. There's also a link in the description below. All right, let's get started in getting this block made. We are starting out with the easiest of the blocks, which are the 9-patches. So we have 3 different 9-patches that we're going to make. Mini 9-patches, corner 9-patches, and edge 9-patches. Now I'm going to show you how to construct them first with the corner 9-patch, just because these are bigger pieces. The corner and the edge use the same size pieces, but all 3 types of 9-patches are made exactly the same. So let's take a look at what's in the corner 9-patch. We have some goldenrod squares, we have some pale green, and we have some teal. So these are going to go together very simply. We're going to make 4 blocks total. Each of the blocks are exactly the same for the 4 corner 9-patches. The pale green fabric are going to go with the top and bottom and the sides. And I need 4 squares in the pile because we're making 4 blocks. And then the teal, and this is teal 2, are going to go in the corners. And again, I'm putting in little stacks of 4 because I'm going to make 4 blocks. And it goes together like all 9-patches do. We're going to sew these 3, just a single square of each, into a row. This will become a row, and then the bottom a row. And then we'll sew those 3 rows together. So let's go do that. I have pressed the seams towards the teal, towards the goldenrod, and towards the teal, and this way they will nest together. And here I have a finished corner 9-patch. I've only made 1, and I have the pieces for the other 3 still on my design board. That is because I am planning to construct these 9 patches, both the corner 9 patch and the other 2 9 patch blocks, using the squares as leaders and enders. If you're not someone who chain pieces, you may not be familiar with leaders and enders, and that is essentially a piece of fabric that you sew at the start of sewing your other pieces together or finishing up a set of chained piece units. So this is the corner, and I'm going to make one of each of the types of 9 patches and put those on my big design wall so that I can reference them as I'm sewing other blocks over the next few weeks. So I'm going to set that one aside for a moment. I'm going to keep these on the board, and I'm going to go ahead and layer the edge 9 patch set. So we'll take these out. The edge 9 patch will be making a total of 8 9 patches. So they have white centers. They also have the green for the edges, and this time I'll be doing stacks of 8. And that is the same pale green that the other 9 patch was. But then the corners are a different teal. In this case, it is the teal number 1. So I'm going to put those in each of the corners. Let me go ahead and sew one of these together so we know what that one looks like. All right, and here is a finished edge 9 patch. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the tag with that. So I have both of those 9 patches here on my design board stacked up. You can see there's the other one below. And that means that the last 9 patch that we have to make is the mini 9 patch. Now there are going to be a total of 12 of these mini 9 patches. So it's quite a number of tiny squares. The white ones are the center. And I'm going to still use my design board. I'm just going to place these right in the center of each of the pieces there. The greens are going to go above the pale greens. This is the medium dark green. And then we have teal 3 that is going to be in the corners. So I'm just going to go ahead and place some of these in each of the corners. And I'll go ahead and make up a sample mini 9 patch. All right, and here is my mini 9 patch sample. And again, I'm going to be making a total of 12 of these. Now you certainly can make all of your 9 patches right off the bat. That is not a problem. And you'll just set them aside or place them on your design wall, but we won't be needing them for a while yet. I will point out though, on the mini 9 patch, I did press towards the darker green for when I was doing the rows. And then of course I nestled the seams when sewing the rows together. So I'm going to tack each of these samples up on my design wall, and I will have them to reference as I need leaders and enders in sewing the other blocks. That's going to be my plan, but you can do it however you would like. And this is how the Painted Desert colorway goes together. There you have it, my friends. We have started on the Haven quilt. It's very exciting. Next week, we are going to be working on another component, and this will get us ready for doing several of the blocks in the main part of the quilt. Until next time, why not check out this?